Hey guys, happy Sunday. I was gonna make a video and post it on here for Sunday evening, but I guess I'm still new, so I guess there's something I've done that has made me only have 10 minutes to post a video. I have to maybe get some more live time in. I'm not sure. So since I have to go live, I wanted to tell you hi again. The only thing I don't like about these that I'm aware of, and maybe I'm wrong, is that when you go live, they don't stay on there. So unless you're watching me now, you won't know that I'm going live or that there's a video, and there's not a replay or anything like that. So again, my name is Debbie, and I've been doing this for a while, but I've really started dedicating my time to doing it, and I'm having so much fun showing my grandchildren, showing my dogs. Well, really, I haven't showed too many of my grandchildren yet, but I will show more, and showing my dogs, and singing to you guys, because I'm a true 80s rock and roller at heart, maybe even 70s too, if you want to go back to Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and Ozzy and all that stuff. But one of the real reasons I went live, like I said, because it didn't look like I had enough time, but I wish this video, hopefully you could save it or keep it. But you know, again, my backstory is, and that's why I want to put it on a video so that it's on here and I don't have to keep going over it. But worked at the phone company for many years, telephone company, and that was sales and disputes and helping people with their bills. And then went into insurance, and I've been into insurance for most of my life. Done life insurance, Medicare, supplement plans, ancillary, which means like heart attack plans, cancer plans, stuff like that. But I've also had to help parents with illnesses. My dad had cancer for 5 years, and it took his life a little bit over 2 years ago. And he passed away June of 23. And then my mom has a plethora of illnesses like congestive heart failure, diabetes, her kidneys are failing. She's 82 years old. And a lot of this has caused me to, get in a financial conundrum. I'm in bankruptcy, and then I'm also in foreclosure. That's why I had to go into bankruptcy, and I'm not making the money I need to make because I've got some situations going on, and I'm scared of finances and what's going to happen with that. And but it's a mindset. It really is. I've started doing this. I've really started to put my heart and soul into this. Tomorrow will be a week ago, or I started on Monday, so I guess maybe today would be a week, almost 7 full days. And I have got a lot of people to follow me. I have made some friends doing this, and I'm enjoying it. I really am. I do want this to be my career. And what I'd like to tell you is that, oh my gosh, I raised both of my girls alone as a single mom. Their dad wasn't around to help me, so I had to do that alone, and that taught me a lot. And then trying to raise them and trying to have relationships with kids, that's almost near to impossible. It makes it hard. So for the most part, I did it alone, and both of my daughters graduated. Both of them graduated with great GPAs. One of them had a scholarship. They're both successful. Even doing it by myself, I did it. But then things started happening, and I had a dad. Sorry, my dogs are barking in the background, and I apologize. I'll stop in a minute. But my dad having cancer and having to be there for him, and fight insurance companies and fight chemo companies and all that. They'll stop in a minute. I'm so sorry. Having to fight insurance companies and chemo companies for the cost of chemo, and getting them to waive it, because 20% could still be $3,000 a treatment. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you can have it waived if you reach out to the manufacturer. A lot of times they will waive it. Even expensive medicines for your parents if they get on like blood thinners and just medicines. Even bladder control medicine costs them so much. And I've talked to seniors who have to decide on whether they're going to take their medications or eat or keep their electric on. And now I'm kind of in that situation. But like I said, mindset is everything. I have a positive mindset, and I will conquer this. I will get over this. I'm having to learn the TikTok, so if I'm not clicking the right things right now or doing anything I'm supposed to, my daughter's not here. She's the one who's kind of helped me do some new things, but I'll learn. I mean, I've had to work on 3-4 computers at one time while I'm selling Medicare. So I'll learn this and I'll get better. And I guess maybe the more I do the lives, I thought I was up to, I had an hour of time that I could make a video, which is what I was going to do. That way it stays on permanently. So if you follow me, and I appreciate it if you do, and if you are on here with me now, I also greatly appreciate that. Once I get back on to where I have an hour of time, I'm going to make a video that's just on here so I don't have to keep going over and over and over again. Nobody wants to hear a boo-hoo sad story. But what I'm trying to say is mindset is everything. And if you just decide that you're going to do this or you're going to get through this, who would have thought? I would have never thought I could have dealt with 5 years of my dad with cancer and then losing him. I mean, that was horrible. And my mom's illnesses, but I still go over there and spend time with her. I help her take a bath. I wash her hair. I help her wash her back. We laugh. We joke, because we're not promised tomorrow. So you've got to do what you can. You've got to, even the crazy things like helping them take a shower. So some of this might be boring, but I'm just saying, don't give up. No matter what your situation is, don't give up, because there's always tomorrow. And if you have your mindset that you'll succeed, you will succeed. And if I can ever help you, you can follow me and then message me. I'd be happy to help you with parent questions, grandparent questions, pharmaceuticals, how maybe to get them for free or to to pay very little. And then also too, if gosh forbid you had somebody where you had to fight for kind of chemo or immunotherapy or any of that stuff, or if you know anybody who's going on Medicare and you got questions about that. And because there's a lot of companies out there, and I can tell you that I've worked for one that they didn't care if the person was already in the best plan, and you're not allowed to say best plan in Medicare. That's a big no-no. They didn't care if the person was already in the best plan. Their objective was to sell. So you had to take them out of maybe the best plan that they could have had and put them in a crappy one because it was a sell. And that goes against how I believe and how I feel, because having older parents, I don't, I've always told them don't answer the phone. But what I will tell you is if you have questions, I can help you with that. And I am a Christian woman, so I try to live, the right life. I try to do what I'm supposed to do. And, putting people, getting them out of plans that's right for them, putting them in plans that aren't right for them. Because I'm being listened to and I'm being told that, because they didn't know what they had, it was better to change them. That's such garbage. So like I said, I can answer questions like that, Social Security questions, disability questions, life insurance. I've done it all, and I don't mind helping you. But basically what I want to tell you is stay in that mindset that you can do this and you will do this and you will succeed. That's what I'm doing. I am not going to be homeless. I am not going to be on the street. One of my baby granddaughters is 5 years old and she lives with me, and I'm not going to let her be on the street. She goes in her room and she's got all her princesses in there, and she tells me that she loves her room, and I'm not going to let her lose that. I mean, come hell or high water. So we'll be looking back at this, and that's why I don't like doing it live, because I guess unless I don't know something, there's no way to save this, or maybe you guys can. I can't. I'm not sure. But we'll be looking back at this in a few months going, remember what I was saying? But I do. I really do truly believe in mindset. I really, really believe in you can manifest anything that you believe you can make happen. You really, really can. It's never too late. But I will say that from my experience, if you are younger than I am, Like I have 2 grown children. If you know that you're just working to pay the bills, that's not what you want out of your life. What do you want to do? Do you want to be a creator? Do you want to do YouTube? I have YouTube. I have a YouTube account, Daydreaming with Debbie. Now I'm doing the TikTok. Do you want to be a digital creator and work for yourself and be able to go to your mom's house to give her a bath when she needs a bath, if gosh forbid it comes to that? Be able to spend time with your grandchildren, be able to go on vacation when you want, instead of somebody telling you what to do, instead of somebody running your life. I can't do it no more. I can't have somebody tell me when I can go to the bathroom, if I can only drink a certain amount of water so I don't have to go to the bathroom. It's not a way to live. And when you're employed by somebody, you're making them money. You're making a paycheck, but you're making them money. The guy who owns DoorDash has like 20, 30, 40 billion dollars, something like that. Do you think all these DoorDash drivers are even coming close to making an income? They might make $1,000 a week, if they really are diligent about it and they really work hard, but this guy's a billionaire. And that just angers me that he's making all this money and he's only 40. He's just a kid. And these people are out there busting their butt and they're just making enough to barely squeeze by. And Social Security and all that, that's so small. I had people tell me that they, like I said, they had to decide on eating or paying the electric bill, or they had animals, and sometimes they'd feed their animals and not eat themselves. So don't get yourself in that situation, and make yourself happy now, and make sure you have a plan. And then I've got a little bit of money invested in like crypto and stock and all that. Again, I'm just putting my stuff out there. I don't have a bunch of it because I don't have a bunch of money, but I got a little bit in there, and I'm just trying to learn. Because I don't care. I won't stop. I'll keep on trying and trying and trying until I get it right. What was that saying? If at first you don't succeed, try again. And keep on trying. And put it in your mindset that you will succeed and you will prevail. And I probably had you guys on here long enough. And when you see a video on my TikTok channel that has a video talking about my life, I have 5 grandchildren. I'm the oldest child of 3. I'm the only daughter. That's why I took care of my dad, and why I take my mom, go and give my mom showers and all that. I have 2 daughters. I have 2 son-in-laws, and my grandchildren are 3 boys and 2 girls. I absolutely love them, and they love me. But I want to spend as much time with them as I can. And I'm not going to lie, I want to spoil them rotten. That's all. That's what nanas are supposed to do. But please feel free to, reach out to me and follow me if you want. Once I figure this thing out, I was going to make a video that you could click on and watch me when you want. But I guess I don't have enough. Maybe I haven't put enough live time in earlier I had an hour when I was singing. Of course, I didn't want to sing to you guys for an hour, so I only did 60 seconds. But I love to sing. Maybe one day I'll do it with my own voice. But right now I'll just use everybody else's because I know you like their voices. But reach out to me. Follow me. I've got a lot of good stuff to do. And I'm just getting started. So once I figure this thing out even better, watch out. I'll be freaking dangerous. And I ain't playing either. I'm just like turning it on, going on, and letting the chips fall where they may. But once I know how to hit all these buttons and do what I got to do and go where I got to go, and there's already no stopping me, but definitely will be no stopping me once I figure out all the ins and outs of this, and I will figure it out. But it's Sunday evening. I know some of you guys got work tomorrow. Some of you are on the same road I am. You're trying to be self-employed and be a digital creator. Some of you have children that have school tomorrow, grandchildren that have school tomorrow. So I'm wishing you a blessed and wonderful Sunday evening, and I hope your Mondays are fantastic and all your dreams and wishes and desires and all that come true. And just keep persevering and just keep going and going and going and going, like that Energizer Bunny, for those of you that are old enough to remember that commercial. Just don't quit. Just don't stop, because you can do it. And just look at yourself in the mirror. Look eye to eye in a mirror and say, You can do this. You've got what it takes. It's all right up here. If you think up here you can do it, then guess what? You're going to do it. So you have a wonderful Friday evening. You're going to see me all week. I'm going to sing, show you my dog, show you my grandkids. You might get sick of me. I don't know. You have to let me know. But you have a wonderful evening, a blessed evening, pleasant dreams, and I hope you have a prosperous and blessed and wonderful week going into Monday. Good night, guys. Have a good one.